Hello friend and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps 2. We're playing the Axis operations, or the Grand Campaign, as you might want to call it. We're in the third mission after destroying the Jamie, the first battleship at the raid on Malaga. Changing history forever, but only in a very minor way. We're a month ahead about the third operation, Merida. Good morning, General. Good morning, Lieutenant. I apologize for the early meeting, but I have important news from General Franco. Thanks to your help, we're ahead of schedule in securing a major nationalist stronghold at Seville. It was our pleasure, Capitana. I trust the General is so far pleased. Indeed, as a result, he has announced our next objective, Madrid. Okay. Whoa, that's quite ambitious. Are we really ready to advance directly towards the capital? General Franco aims to end this coup quickly, Lieutenant, General Franco aims to end this coup quickly, Lieutenant, a decision I fully support. We're still several hundred miles from Madrid, but we believe we can cover the distance quickly before the Republic can properly assemble a force to stop us. Primary objective, control 3 victory hexes by the end of the scenario. Okay. Bonus objective, capture all victory objectives. And fifth, capture Badajoz. The only major obstacle between us and Madrid is here, the Rio Guadiana. Pardon me? Where is Rio? I don't know where that is on the map. I meant river. The Guadiana River. Oh, of course. Please continue. As I was saying, the Republican forces are attempting to muster a force to block us from crossing the Guadiana River. But the majority of their forces are only local militias. My General, as long as we clear out supporting units, our Spanish friends should have no trouble clearing out the enemy infantry rebel. Capitana, I have a question. What of the Republican army base at Badajoz? General Franco thinks we can and should bypass them. If you wish to take on the base, I'm afraid I cannot authorize any Spanish infantry support to assist. I see, my General. I propose we have the Spanish support our advance to occupy our objectives along the Guadiana River, and then have them dig in and protect our gains. It'll then be up to us to continue on towards Caceres, or take a detour and see if we can take on Badajoz. Very well. I will inform General Franco the Condor Legion is ready to move out. For victory, for Germany, and for Spain. My General, the Spanish nationalists have recently captured a number of enemy vehicles. One type is a prototype light tank, and the other type is a reliable recon vehicle. I think they're willing to let us use the equipment if you can convince them. Would you like to exchange 3 commendation points for their stockpile of captured equipment? I mean, not particularly. Like, I don't think that's super useful. But I mean, maybe? Well, sure, why not? Let's repair these with elites. I think we can repair all of our units with elites. We do have the prestige for that. But the recon, I can do it with a regular one. So we do have 3 strategic bombers now. I do find that pretty funny. Huh. Alright, let's first take a look at the equipment that we have. We can also deploy some Italians again. Let's actually close this. I don't get to see this here, so we'll have to purchase the Italians again individually. I don't... The Italians are over here now. They do have a slightly more sizable force this time. I guess they could use some artillery backup. Probably. Albuquerque. I thought I was in the US. Alright, let's take a look here. I think the first thing that I want to take a look at is actually upgrading our units. So let's go for that. There we are. Because we took that option to get those new units, I do think we can actually upgrade. For example, the Panzer 1, if we upgrade it to the Trubia Naval, that would cost us 20. And they are actually 1 slot extra. Let's get these guys out of there in reserve. As much as I like having strategic bombers, I think we're already in enough of a pickle with our fighters as it is. So, you know, let's leave it like that. So that would leave us with 5 additional slots, and we get to upgrade a total of 3 units. So first of all, the recon that we have here, we can upgrade it for 20 to the UNL-35, which is actually a pretty decent recon car. I mean, there's the Bilbao, but that's actually cheaper than the Azikos at 221. So it has the same abilities, but it has 2 more soft attack, 1 more initiative, 2 more ground defense, and then 2 less air defense, but I don't care about that. So let's at least upgrade 1 recon to the UNL-35. That's nice. Then, like, I can only make 3 upgrades, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. Let's upgrade one of the tanks that requires 1 more slot. If I want to overstrength it, that immediately... I'll see. I think I can overstrength without any problems. It's just about upgrading. That's not allowed. So this gives it 3 more soft attack, 1 more ammo, slightly less fuel though, 2 more initiative, 1 more more defenses, and even a close defense. I would say that's well worth it. Try that out. Now I know I can get these guys to, even 12 without doing anything extra. They'll put them to good use, actually. Nice, okay. Didn't even cost any slots. Oh, these... Yeah, I can get them to 11. And how about this recon? 11 as well. Just getting me 1 extra wall to help out. That's nice, I think. How about these fighters? Yeah, I can. Should have done that earlier. It only costs 2. So why not? And we do have the prestige to cover for it anyway. Like, for each individual unit, I think the bonus is minimal, but well, overall it might still add up. Okay, I could get this to 12. Sure, why not? It decreases the chance that it will die, so in that sense I think that's nice. Yep, maximum overstrength for all my units as long as it doesn't cost me any additional slots. Okay. Yeah, even for the Panzer ones. Only for these guys, it immediately becomes more difficult. Alright. So that's that. I upgraded those two, and I think I probably want to upgrade at least one of these. So this is currently 2. This thing is slightly better, but not by a whole lot. And then immediately it turns into 3. I don't think it's worth it for a core slot to do that. Now this goes from 3 to 6, leaving me 1 slot left to split units. 4 more soft attack, but it has a lot more hard attack, so it's pretty good at suppressing enemy units, or enemy hard units. Then it has counter battery and AT support, so it's good against enemy tanks, but of course not so much against infantry. And can absolutely not take any damage because I don't have enough. I would immediately have to change it back to something else. It sure is interesting. I don't know whether I really like this kind of gun. If it had more range, it does have range 4, so that would be pretty good. Tricky. Oh, this is 3. It doesn't cost any additional slots. How is this cheaper? Oh, if you remove the wagon, it gets cheaper. It's weird though. What? Yeah, these guys also force transport. I don't think it's super useful to upgrade these actually. At that point I might even go for another recon. Nah, let's have some fun. Let's just enjoy ourselves with some huge cannons. Whoop. Why not? Gotta show off those special units, you know? That's yeah, that's what needs to be done. Alright, so let's take a look at the Italians. I have 2 additional slots, so it's not a lot. Can by cavalry, can by infantry. I can get some cheap-ass recon. Anti-tank, no anti-air. So fighter. I'm not going to spend 160 on something which is just an AUX unit. They have a tank, a recon, and 2 infantry. Can just buy cheap artillery for them. Just for kicks. They'll probably need it anyway. Alright. Yeah. So as for my strategy, let's actually get rid of this for a second. I probably, yeah, I'll have to push up to the river, take also Badajoz. But I definitely also want to move all the way up to Caceres. I might actually leave some of these cities over here, so make a concerted effort to get over into this section. And over to Badajoz as well. Yeah. Because I do want to get both of them. Yeah, I'm full in core slots. I want to keep some to split my units. Definitely. So they'll try to move up through there. I think I do want to have an... Well, it's going to be exceptionally tough to get through this area, so I might just as well try to go around. Because that will probably be a lot easier. I could probably surround what's here if I... What is your movement? 8... Wield. As for these, it's 5. For you, 5 as well. I think they should be able to get around. Yeah, let's bring out the huge guns too. Just trying to put everything as much forward as possible while also keeping the artillery in range. Being on the straight road probably helps for the anti-tank guns. 20 turns for this one, actually. That's it, I think. Oh, right, the heroes. I forgot those in the previous mission, too. So which heroes do I have? Oh, I have one with shock tactics, and that does when attacking pins enemy unit in place by destroying all its movement points. And no retaliation. No retaliation is quite good. So let's put no retaliation on the Trubia. And then shock tactics, we should probably put that on an artillery. So that the unit that attacks can then not escape. I guess. So I attack, then it's their turn, and then they cannot move. Yeah, sure. It's funny that it actually is a pilot picture with the plane in the back, but oh well. Alright, there we go. So they have a little bit more here than I expected. I thought I would be able to surround them quickly, but That seems to be a bit trickier now. I cannot actually be done with these. So if you move here... Alright, I need to get rid of that artillery first. From this side. There's no anti-tank that actually touches it. One, two, three, four, five. So I actually might be able to encircle them depending on how I do against these. Which so far has not been stellar. So what I can do then is if I do this, I should take away all its movement points. And I should then be able to make it surrender because it can't retreat here. Yeah. Then move you all the way around. And you over here. Which should trap them. Right, excellent. That's good for first turn. Of course, I don't know what kind of counteroffensive they might actually muster up. Let's also take a look at that. So they have a Bilbao recon, just on par with the UNL 35. So the idea then with this artillery is that it attacks, it prevents the enemy from moving, and then if it's suppressed enough and I attack it, it will immediately surrender. So that should be pretty decent. Putting the anti-tank in there should provide decent protection against their counteroffensive. It's probably a good idea to then suppress really would have thought they would be able to get there. But then they didn't. 1, 2, 3. Really need this to be suppressed. That's, I think, the most important thing. As for fighters, it's still 2-2, but I can only take down one of these guys at a time. And I cannot use the anti-aircraft. But this is relatively close to my airfield anyway. Pretty much the best I can do. It doesn't get much better than that. Since we're a little bit pressed for time, I can't do this, unfortunately, this turn. Kind of sucks. It means I will not be attacking, but maybe these guys will. I'm just gonna leave these. I can, however, bomb this and this. Should be fine. Does speed things up. Alright, as for the Italians, let's go and take a look. I think I can move on to that high ground if I use forced march. Attack here first, and then there. Rather get into the city. It's a much more defensible area. It's close terrain, so that definitely works out. All right, I want the allies to attack. It's not a victory hex, but they will attack there. So that's it. I'm not gonna attack with these guys, they're just primarily there for encirclement. Now with these guys being encircled, I think they'll be great, or pretty decent at least, any which way. Yeah. Like, they obviously do have some resistance now, but... Will you attack? Yes, you do. Great. It's actually really nice. I'm very happy about that. Just like I'm happy about this. They're actually blocking these guys quite efficiently here. Just removing, bombing the AUX units, that's fine. They tried to attack, but then they found that there's an anti-aircraft gun. So that works. Not a bad turn, not at all. I got some militia out there, but I'm not too afraid of that. These guys are now conveniently in my sights. Excellent target for the anti-aircraft gun, and subsequently the fighter. One enemy rata down. Alright. Not too shabby. Shell them and remove all their movement points. They're at 1. Shell them a second time. 4 now. Okay, 9-7. That should be enough. So apparently still gonna take some damage, but the question is with what? I got my prestige back, so that's okay. Yeah. Definitely just take the hex, just because it looks better if it's my flag. Oh, they actually have some engineers out here. Huh. Garda Civil is engineer. Neat. And I think... Can you reach them? You cannot. I'll just be better off protecting my units then, but... I will surely go and bomb those guys. Let's get an overrun. Bombing these will make everything go much faster. If I actually got some decent outcomes. Now, not so much. That's fine. Let's actually take a look what we're going to be up against here. Alright, so they got a Bilbao and a BT-5, which the Italians need to deal with. These guys probably come from the airfield. I probably shouldn't be taking any chances with them. Really don't want these guys to repair. And this is fine, but this is hills, so they would be out on close terrain. They actually have even more troops like that there, huh? Okay, so some serious enemy opposition on this side against the Italian forces. Oh, I cannot move to recon anymore. Okay, let's just use you to take that. They also repaired that anti-aircraft gun. I'm banking on them retreating these and then taking this so that these have to replace probably back to the Guarena and its dirt airfield. That is a likely outcome. I won't be able to get at the FT-17. The only thing that can actually go at is the Bilbao here. But to strike at these swiftly is, I think, still a good idea. So let's get the Trubia over there. It has no retaliation, so I can effectively do whatever I want against him. The fact that that's an encirclement is pretty interesting. Alright, if it doesn't retreat, I can then No, I did. Okay. Still, I'll move up the anti-tank so that they have a poor time attacking these guys. Also, these actually have +1 ground defense. So it's pretty good. Now, I do need to protect these. I think the Republican forces can finish that off without too many issues. Let's get these guys further back to the road. One, two, three, four. Alright, so this should be safe. Especially like this. They still have their bomber, which is unfortunate, but I don't really see any effective way to deal with it right now. Hills is close terrain. If they want to... Sure, I think it's fine putting you up here. Okay, they didn't push it back. Unfortunate. But they didn't go in with another unit. Wow. Yeah, if it's just regular militia, you should definitely attack. Oh, they came from very far. Yeah, that's fine. Also fine. Second fighter, huh? Good to know that. Yeah, these are a bit more powerful than the militia, so they actually have a chance at attacking. Encircled, wow. Oh, that was not too bad. These are in close terrain now, so they're a bit easier to take down. They do have quite a few planes. I can probably encircle these guys now if I play my cards right. Still 2 on 2. No, these are also quite powerful. let's at least try to get rid of the recon. Also because I don't like this position as an encirclement. Alright, that looks a little bit better. So what are your chances anyway? The 10 shots, 84% chance to suppress. Okay. I think going in here is fine then. They can move here. They lost their movement points, so this should cause a surrender. Allowing me to move around. And in here. So now these two like they should be going to 8 on the next turn when it comes to encirclement. But it might not even be an actual issue. They'll go in here, they'll still be encircled. I'll try to get at these. They should be completely out for the count from the next turn, so that should not be an issue. But I don't want them to go after this artillery, so I do have to be careful. Now, let's do this. They're not protecting everything, but it should suffice. Would not like these guys coming out, but then at least they lose all of their initiative. so this is again down to 3. But I can't finish it off. Can't really go after them. But I would need to shift my anti-aircraft over to that location once I have the opportunity. A second mixed brigade. Interesting placement of units. Oh, you can reach them. Yeah, I guess you should then. Lucky. Yeah, with this thing at full strength, I don't think it's such a great idea. It's rare that these guys actually stay on that. I did say attack. Nah. Take that their village. Bombing there seems to be quite unnecessary. Good. The attacks around here have been taking long enough. Please kill it. It should not be able to retreat, probably. No, it can. It's movement 2. Nope. I don't know why they attacked there. That's certainly... Oh, what? Man, and I wanted to surrender it too. Ow, really? 3 damage? I'm gonna have to take a look at that. They didn't do that much damage before, so I might have to protect my units a bit better. But I'm not too sure. Really? Heads up, mine general. We got eyes on a Republican officer on the field. Apparently it's Comandante Vega. Before you ask, yes, he is my brother, but make no mistake, he will forever be our enemy. He will never be forgiven for the side he has chosen and things he has done in this war. I urge utmost caution whenever you encounter his unit. He's the most capable and relentless fighter. He's in a Vickers Mark III with Survivor, Butcher, so +5 attack against infantry, and also Tenacious Defender. Damn. Anyway, let's take a look at that Tupolev, because I found 3 damage to be quite a lot, but if it actually has a high chance anyway. Did I just get lucky in the previous engagements? Or is it just because the Trubia has low comparative defense? What are its stats? 6-6. I mean, technically it should only have like 1 damage. I got quite lucky. Alright. Might be able... come on. There's a Republican soldier on there. Please die. That's no good. So these guys on this side at least are kind of overrunning me, but I can encircle these. Potentially, if I can go up in here. I think I can. Yeah. That's probably the way to go with these guys. I don't really see any other way to effectively kill them than to encircle them at this junction. Could encircle it. I find it hilarious that this Tupolev has so much air attack that it's actually as powerful as the Heinkel 51s. Tricky indeed. We've once again repaired that Bilbao. It can't even harm this tank. So encircling it and then bombing it. That's probably the way to go. Even though it does not look that good right now. And that's 10 defense. So the anti-tank also should at least be able to pack some punch against it. Yeah, so let's move towards that commander. Encircle it for now. I do need to destroy that BT as well. Attacking these, not super effective. I'll just go after the Tupolev at the moment. Oh great, they did nothing. Jeez. 3 planes and they did 1 damage. It really shows the ineffectiveness of the Heinkel 51. I know I was estimated to deal 5 damage, but still, it's this plane is poop. Now I need to repair all of them, and you know what? I think actually I'm gonna be purchasing myself another anti-aircraft. Just I find my air units lacking, and that can be right. I can't even bomb these, so yeah, you need to stay there. It's a bit of a weird movement, but as long as these guys remain encircled, that is okay. All right. That's pretty well defended. Let's leave that for now. And let's actually see what they will get to force suppression like they should. I'm glad they are encircled now. I do think they will bite the dust. And now the rest of these guys will advance. I completely forgot to move these. What did I do? Wow. So they are only... That's weird. So for this DLC, it definitely means that that ability that I got, it does not work. They're only suppressed for 2. And they're supposed to be suppressed by 4. So that is really weird. I don't really know how that works. Like I said, it... Okay, I don't think they can retreat, but okay, I guess they can. Okay. Gets rid of one of their guys. Need to pay closer attention because I did not move with half of my units. That's silly. Alright, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm definitely already suffering for not moving these guys properly. Okay, they need to get pushed out. But I also need to get as much suppression on these guys as possible. So that, yeah, they'll go to 8 on the next turn. Okay, 2 left down. You're getting elites. You're getting elites. They don't have that much experience, but definitely necessary. Okay. That's a bit frustrating, because it means that the Panzer 1A will remain encircled. Certainly don't mind repairing these guys right now. I also find locations where I actually do still get to bomb enemy units. Yeah, let's take the airfield. Try to assist these guys a bit. And this is hills, right? Yeah. So let's move over here. I need these guys to encircle Comandante Vega. And I certainly also need these guys to start moving in that direction. Can't transfer these guys, unfortunately. I could transfer them there, but that's useless. So yeah, that's not working out. Alright, let's send these to support the infantry on that side. I don't think they're gonna go out. But 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess you never can tell. Okay. Not really sure why they're going in there specifically. Yeah. That's fine. It's actually really good. This too, even though they hit me for quite a bit. Alright, I can re-encircle these guys. And I think things are looking pretty decent. Gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time. Bye bye.